I'm very happy to play here this year with Florida because I'm going to be home. We're going to play 81 games here in Miami, and I think it's going to be a fun season for myself, and I think a fun season, overall for the whole team.
All right, we're just minutes away from the stadium. Takes about a good 25 minutes to get to work. The boss obviously isn't real happy the way we exited out of the playoffs last year. A lot of high expectations. I mean, if we don't get to the World Series and win, it's an off year for us. And that's the price you pay when you play for the Yankees.
How does it feel to put it on for the first time, man? That's kind of special.
It's nice, man. It's different. It's different, but it's nice to be part of the Marlins this year and see if this thing can make the playoff.
My first year, I told Mr. Steinberg, I thought I had a passion for winning, and I met my match with this guy.
What a perfect way to finish off this ALCS. Clemens to try to get the Yankees to the Fall Classic. On the other side, Martinez with all that he brings with him from Saturday's start.
That one's over his head. Garcia didn't like it.
That is high and tight, and now Manny walks out toward the mound, and he's shouting angrily at Rogers.
Don Zimmer throws a punch at Pedro Martinez.
What's on the line? A trip to the 2003 World Series.
There has not been a Game 7 at the friendly confines since 1945.
Last night, the Chicago Cubs came to within 5 outs of going to the World Series.
5 outs to go. Alou cannot make the play.
It's a Cub fan who tried to make that catch.
Gonzalez has it, bobbles it, and everybody is safe.
There's no stopping the fish. The 8th run of the inning.
The Marlins have done this all year.
The Marlins win the division series.
For the third time in the history of the American League Championship Series, a Game 7 will determine the American League pennant.
It's Game 7 of a National League Championship Series. The Marlins trying to rally from being down in this series 3 games to 1.
Nixon into right center field. Did he get enough? Yes, he did. The Red Sox strike first. 2-0.
Up and away. A 3-run home run for Cabrera.
That ball back into the corner. Home run Millar. 4-0 Boston.
Swung on in the air to deep left. Gone. Kerry Wood has homered. Listen to these fans. Cubs 3, Marlins 3.
Ortiz gets into one to right. Gone. It's 5-2.
Get out the tape measure. Long gone. Cubs lead 5-3.
The Red Sox 5 defensive outs away from heading to the World Series.
The fans on their feet at Wrigley making a lot of noise, having the time of their lives.
11 o'clock straight up. The Yankees aren't finished yet.
Line, base hit. Jeter rounds third. He'll score, and the Yankees will set up the tying run.
A missile into right center field, and the Marlins have recaptured the lead at 6-5.
It is a base hit. 1 run scores Bernie. Matsui, he scores, and the Yankees tie the game at 5.
Falling, diving, lofting, can't get it. Here's Lowell in to score. Conine in to score, and the Marlins lead it 9-5.
Swing out of it. Struck him out as we head to the bottom of the 11th.
The ball is in the air to left field. This could be it. Under it is Conine. He's got it. The Florida Marlins are going to the World Series. What an amazing story.
There's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Major League Baseball Productions presents the 2003 World Series, the Florida Marlins and the New York Yankees.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Yankee Stadium, the site of the 2003 World Series.
It's a beautiful night in the Bronx. Game 1 of the Fall Classic. It's the Fish and the Yanks.
As so often happens in the playoffs, a new Yankees hero had emerged, elevating their aura of invincibility.
Good to see you. Congratulations, man.
Man, you too.
I told my wife, I said, watch and see, Aaron's going to hit one out. I was happy for you, buddy.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Under Joe Torre's watch, the Yankees hadn't lost a World Series game at Yankee Stadium since 1996, a 10-game stretch.
They expect to be here year after year, and they're here.
Few expected that Florida would be their foe, having completed just its second winning season in franchise history. But a move the Marlins made in May, when they were 6 games under 500, made all the difference.
The 72-year-old McKeon, an old-time baseball man, been in the game for, what, over half a century.
Yeah. One thing Jack McKeon has done is take over struggling teams and made them winning teams.
Well, they were 75-49 under Jack McKeon.
This is a unique bunch of guys. You're seeing a relaxed club out there, not worrying about whether they make a mistake. And basically, we're not supposed to be here, so let's go out and have fun.
Is there a game tonight or something? I don't know what all these people doing here. Seriously, I don't think half the guys that play for us know why we're here.
Before the game, it was a loose group that looked like they were getting ready to play a game in mid-May.
We're a fun-loving group. I think we're used to having people just write us off.
Think anybody really gives us a chance?
No. You know what, though? They didn't give us a chance in either other series, either.
Are they going to be intimidated? My guess would be no.
It's a kid in a candy store right here. This is why we play. This is why we play right here. This is why I watch.
Here we go.
And it is a cool evening in the Bronx. The Yankees and the Florida Marlins ready for Game 1 of this 100th anniversary World Series.
Both teams really come into this World Series backward with their starting rotation because of what it took to get to this point.
You got the 40-year-old David Wells, who's been here many times before, and you got the 24-year-old Brad Penny. He led this club in victories during the regular season.
Almost 60% of teams that win Game 1 go on to win the World Series. So it was important for the Marlins' 1-2 punch to get the ball rolling.
Pierre and Castillo are your prototype first and second place hitters in baseball the way it used to be.
They're the catalyst of our ball clubs. They set the tempo. They set the table for our bigger guys. And if we get those 2 guys on, we can cause some problems to the opposition.
Ask and ye shall receive. Right off the bat.
Pierre tracks him on up the first base side. He goes by Wells, and that's going to be a base hit.
Castillo just slaps at it. That's going to drop in for a hit. And Pierre is going to go all the way to third base. And just like that, it's first and third, nobody out here in the first inning.
It's a formula that helped give Florida the best record in the game since May 23rd. Get the table setters on for their sensational catcher.
So now you've got Ivan Rodriguez, who's been the great RBI man of this postseason for any team. He swings and he hammers one deep into left center. Going back is Bernie Williams. Out of the Death Valley. He's under it. Short of the warning track. Makes the catch. Tagging up in third is Pierre. And just like that, the Florida Marlins have a 1-0 lead at Yankee Stadium.
With 3 batters, the Marlins show the world watching what they can do with the top of this lineup.
3 batters and 5 pitches.
You know, that's just something that you have to deal with when you get a team like that, you know, it's really fast and they put the ball in play. You know, you got to be ready at any given time.
Maybe Florida caught the fans off guard, or maybe it was the fallout from the emotional Boston series. But the silence in Yankee Stadium was deafening.
You and I have done a lot of postseason games here at Yankee Stadium, and I can't remember it ever being this quiet. They've been taken out of it by 1 run in the first inning by the visiting Marlins.
I think the fans were hungover. I think they were just drained emotionally. And the fact that the Yankees started out slow, I think had more to do with the Florida pitching than it had to do with any sort of physical or emotional letdown on their part.
And with Brad Penny on the mound to pick the Marlins up, all day long they'd have good luck.
Wayne Rosenthal, the pitching coach of the Marlins, has to be very happy with Brad Penny.
You're going to Yankee Stadium. I don't care who you are. You're going to be nervous. It's going to get to you. And he responded from that.
Until the 3rd inning, that is, when the Yankees began to stir.
The fly ball to short left field, coming on, and it drops in front of Miguel Cabrera, and Garcia's going to go to second base. Side and high ball 4. So the Yankees are in business. First and second, 1 out. Swing a line drive, base hit into center field. Here comes Garcia. He will score, and the Yankees have tied it 1-1.
It appeared as if the Yankees were putting together a trademark postseason rally. And they might have, had Nick Johnson heeded the earlier advice of first base coach Lee Mazzilli regarding the missile launcher behind the plate they call Pudge.
The kind of ball crosses the zone, you got to get back. He'll throw at any time with him, okay?
I'm an aggressive catcher, and what I see from Nick, I see him for 2 or 3 pitches, and he still had the same big league.
Pudge has all the confidence in the world in his arm, so we thought, hey, why not go for it?
I did eye contact with Mikey, and Mikey break to the base, and I throw that ball, perfect.
A strike on the outside, a throw to third, and he's picked it off. Nick Johnson, welcome to Pudge Rodriguez world.
You cannot allow that to happen. But in fairness to Nick, that throw was as good a throw as you will ever see.
Well, he could have changed the whole game right there if Pudge didn't pick that guy off. Picked everybody up a little bit.
And the pick-me-up carried over to the top of the fifth when a walk and a single set the stage for some more of Florida's classic small ball attack.
There is the bunt down third.
Sacrifice is good. The runners advance to second and third. And now it's Juan Pierre.
Coming up to the plate, I heard, the bench coach, Joe Torre, telling Soriano to come up, moving Nick Johnson in, and you're on their mind.
Base hit to left. Being waved is Conine. Behind him, Encarnacion. The throw is cut off. 2 runs and a single for Juan Pierre.
I got one up and just put a good swing on it and just got it through the hole. Thanks for the infield being in.
Defensive alignment is a gamble, and the Yankees lost. But they were also making poor decisions.
They had a shot at Encarnacion at the plate.
If he cuts it off and throws it home, they've really got a shot.
I thought he was out by at least 10, 15 feet. I'm running back there, and I'm seeing it develop. I'm like, don't cut it off, whatever you do.
And in hindsight, probably wish I would have let it go. I just thought Encarnacion was further along than he probably was.
And to me, that was a turning point of the game.
New York had lost Game 1 of its first 2 postseason series. They sure didn't want to make it 3.
High drive, deep to right center. Pierre back to the warning track, to the wall. He jumps up and it's gone! Home run, Bernie Williams. And it's 3-2, Florida.
And that's going to be all for Brad Penny.
Dontrell Willis, a 21-year-old left-hander, is coming in.
There is, of course, a D train that stops in the Bronx. But no one was connecting with the D train on the mound.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. He just blew it by him, an exploding fastball.
We didn't have a left-handed power pitcher in our bullpen, and we thought when the situation came with all their left-handed hitters in the lineup, Willis was the ideal choice.
Dontrell Willis, unhittable.
I just go out there and pitch regardless if it's, a starting job or a relief job. I'm going to go out there and show them that, I was going to be aggressive.
Willis has retired everybody that he has faced since he entered the game. He's gotten 7 straight Yankees.
And at 7 it stayed, for with 2 out in the 8th, back-to-back singles put the tying run 90 feet away. And McKeon opted for experience.
And Huguet Urbina, the veteran closer, is going to get the call.
I came into the game in the 8th inning to face Posada. I had some good stuff, and I got him.
Change up, he struck him out swinging.
Urbina shuts the door on the 8th.
Bottom of the 9th coming up. Last chance for the Yankees.
The Yankees had not lost Game 1 of a postseason series at Yankee Stadium by 1 run since 1923. And they set out to keep that streak intact.
The leadoff walk. There's the tying run.
Change up, high and outside. He walks him. And the possible tying run has been moved into scoring position.
But the Yankees' mystique would be kept in check this night. There would be no ghosts visiting the stadium. Urbina saw to that.
Popped it up. Here comes Juan Pierre racing in. He's got it. And the Florida Marlins have beaten the New York Yankees in Game 1 of the 2003 World Series, 3-2.
Good job, buddy. Maybe I'm too old, I guess, but I can't see why we should be awed.
This team doesn't seem to be affected by pressure or crowds or situations.
We wasn't awed in Chicago. We wasn't awed in San Francisco. Why should we be awed in New York?
We just want to win 4 before they do. I don't care how we do it, but winning Game 1's big. I think, we can put a lot of pressure on them for tomorrow, and hopefully we take Game 2.
On a chilly night in the Bronx, welcome to Game 2 of the 2003 World Series.
World Series Day, playing the best team in the world right now.
can't let go, though. One game don't mean nothing against these guys.
For the third straight series, the Yankees trailed 1-0. And for the second straight series, Florida had 1 game won. Now more than ever, the Marlins appeared the looser of the two teams.
I just groove like this. That's all I do. I groove. I don't dance. I just boogie, baby.
We have gone right through the Fall Classic period and into winter. At least that's the way it feels tonight here at Yankee Stadium.
To keep the Yankees on ice, the Marlins turned to Mark Redman, who had yet to win a game in postseason play. The Yankees would counter with Andy Pettitte, who had to think he was starring in a baseball version of Groundhog Day.
It's the same movie. In the LDS, the Minnesota Twins won the first game. Andy Pettitte started and won with a brilliant performance in Game 2. Boston Red Sox won the first game of the LCS. Andy Pettitte started and won Game 2, and tonight he'll try to do it again for the Yankees.
Just like Wells in Game 1, Pettitte was coming back on 3 days rest, and you weren't really sure what you're going to get from him. Even he said the day before he wasn't sure how strong he'd be.
Being in a World Series game, being this late in the season, knowing how tired I am and how my body feels and stuff like that, and was concerned I wasn't going to be as strong.
From the outset, Pettitte had trouble throwing first-pitch strikes, and that led to a lot of deep counts.
He was 3-2 on Pierre, 3-2 on Castillo, and now he's behind Pudge 3-0.
The ball was running off the plate, and I was trying to make the ball sink instead of just throwing it.
Again, a full count, but this time.
It's strike 3, the throw to second, they got him by 10 feet. Strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Was able to get to that first inning, got a big strikeout against Pudge, and then, was able to hold Castillo close.
In his half of the first, Redman, too, had trouble with control. He hit one batter, and then fell behind and was forced to throw a strike to Bernie Williams.
He went deep in the count with Bernie Williams, and he threw him a changeup that he kind of hit it up the middle, make a first and third. So, hey, we're still one pitch away from getting out of the inning. What hurt was we got behind 3-0 on Matsui.
A 3-0. Matsui sticks the bat out, hits it to dead center field. Back is Pierre, 3-0 New York.
A thriller by Godzilla. A 3-run home run, and the Yankees take a 3-0 lead.
1 inning later, with a runner on first, the Yankees looked to build upon their lead against a struggling Redman.
A 2-0 pitch. Rivera hammers it into left center field. Over the head of Cabrera to the wall. Nick Johnson will dig for third. They're going to bring him home. The relay by Gonzalez to the plate is wide. Go down to third. Out. It's 4-0 New York.
Now, Pettitte had a comfortable lead. And in the third, his control ceased to be a problem.
Here come the Marlins into the third inning. They're already down 4-0 in this one.
You get 4 runs up, and if you have good stuff, you feel pretty comfortable out there.
Now Pettitte throws, and he strikes him out with that slider, running down and in.
You really knew that once he had found that rhythm, he could get anybody out.
Now the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out, and he strikes out the side. So Pettitte working on short rest, and you would not know it from his performance.
I thought he threw a great game, kept us off stride with the breaking stuff and moving the fastball in and out. You give him a lead, and he starts getting the groove. It's kind of tough.
It got even tougher for Florida in the fourth, when Alfonso Soriano tried to shake his postseason slump.
Soriano rolls the wrists, hits it deep, and gets it out.
Soriano's up there swinging, and we know that, and the other team knows that. And if you make a bad pitch to him, he's going to hurt you, no matter how bad he's really slumping.
Soriano with a 2-run shot into the left field grandstand, and the Yankees lead it now 6-0.
Pettitte was spectacular and entered the ninth inning with a chance to do something no Yankees pitcher had done in a World Series in 31 years.
Top of the ninth inning, and Andy Pettitte goes back for more. He threw 95 pitches through the first 8, and Joe Choi's going to let him go out there to see if he can finish up a World Series shutout. The chance to do that does not often come.
Mel talked to me before that inning started and knew that it was special to be able to go back out there and have a shot at the shutout, and he didn't want me to rush through the inning and just continue to concentrate. as soon as I take the mound, you know, the crowd just started screaming and they started chanting my name. I was trying as hard as I could just control my emotions because, you know, I'd never have had that happen to me when I've been out there on the mound.
Incredibly, Pettitte was on the verge of his 13th postseason win. But the normally sure-handed Aaron Boone was about to play a role in Pettitte's shot at a shutout, with a man on first and 2 out.
Curveball, bounced slowly towards short. Cutting over from third is Boone, and he boots it. So it looked like Pettitte had gotten his shutout, but the game goes on.
That's a real difficult thing sometimes as a pitcher whenever that you see that ball go into the ground and you think it's an out and you have a kind of a little letdown. I wasn't surprised, you know, that they did get the run after that.
2 out, the pitch. Fastball on the fist. There's a blooper into right field. That's a base hit. Here comes Castillo around third, and he will score, and the shutout is no longer.
So the error by Boone extends the inning. It's 6-1, and that's going to be it for Pettitte.
He came to the mound, and I knew he was disappointed and kind of had his head down, and I think I just kind of hit him on the chest. Said, don't worry about it, man. I mean, everybody's out there trying as hard as they can. Wish I could have got it, but didn't want him to have his head down and worry about that. No big deal. We were able to win that game, and that was the most important thing.
Lowell hits it hard. Boone on a knee. Makes the throw to second, and the game is over.
I think Game 2 with Andy Pettitte got us into the series, got us and our minds back to playing baseball. You certainly don't want to go down 2-0 and then, you know, leave your home ballpark.
The Yankees take Game 2, 6-1, and the series is tied at a game apiece.
So it was off to Miami for 3 days in the Florida sun, a place where the Marlins have basked in their success. But could they stay hot?
Yes, the location has shifted, but what about the momentum?
Go Marlins! The World Series returns to sunny South Florida.
Clear skies overhead. We'll have over 65,000 for tonight's game.
Don't let him go to sleep now. I got game time, 8 o'clock.
Come on, Rick. Home run.
There are a lot of New Yorkers who are transplanted living down here in South Florida. Some have called this place the 6th borough.
The cards were on the table, and the teams would play a pair of aces.
Tonight, Josh Beckett on the mound for the Marlins, and Mike Mussina will pitch for the Yankees.
Mussina was hoping to snap his postseason winless streak, while Beckett was hoping to build on his playoff success.
Josh is a very, very tough competitor. He's intelligent. He's a gamer.
Everyone knew the importance of Game 3. Since 1982, there have been 7 World Series tied at 1 game apiece, and 7 times the Game 3 winner went on to capture the series. But would the game get played?
Tropical bits of rain just seem to come and go down here.
Rain or no rain, it was time for Game 3. He was brash and bold, but in the first 2 rounds he had backed it up. Now, Josh Beckett was in the brightest spotlight of all.
Game 3 of the 2003 World Series about to begin. Josh Beckett, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 23 years old, as hundreds of thousands of camera flashes sparkle all throughout the pro.
Yankees leadoff hitter Alfonso Soriano was having a frustrating postseason, and it wouldn't get much better against Beckett.
And the fans looking for the strikeout from Beckett. The big Texan winds, delivers, swing and a miss. Strike 3, he got him. With 1 out, nobody on, here's Derek Jeter. Beckett winds, delivers. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs and struck him out at 97 miles an hour. Well, how's that for openers?
Josh Beckett hasn't been intimidated up to this point. He isn't intimidated tonight.
When Juan Pierre led off the bottom of the first, 71 Florida batters had preceded him in the series, and not one had registered an extra base hit until now.
The 2-2 pitch. Pierre leans back and flies it into right center field. Garcia, Williams can't get to it. Pierre into second. And he's there with nobody out.
Hard luck pitcher Mike Mussina had yet to pitch with a lead in the entire postseason, and that trend would continue.
A squibbler right side through, base hit. Here comes Pierre around third. He'll score, no throw to the plate. And the Marlins lead 1-0 in Game 3 here in the first inning.
So it stood into the fourth, with the Yankees still looking for their first base hit.
Jeter struck out his first time. The pitch to the right-handed hitter. Fastball is lined down the left field line. That's a base hit. The first Yankees base runner of the game.
Well, he's just in one of those spots in the lineup with those three guys that are hitting behind him that you got to go after him.
And as Beckett soon discovered, when the bases are loaded with two men out, you also have to go after Jorge Posada.
Jeter doubled in the inning. A walk to Giambi. Matsui hit by a pitch. Posada takes ball 4, and it's a tie game in the fourth. And that begs for the Marlins all over the home plate umpire.
Beckett escaped further damage, and in the Florida fifth, everyone escaped to drier ground.
Now the rain really coming down.
The umpires are calling for the touch.
But it is pounding down here in Game 3 as play is halted in the bottom of the fifth.
When you play ball in Florida, rain comes with the territory, and both teams dealt with it.
By the time we stopped, it was getting pretty bad. But by the time we came out to start back up again, it wasn't too bad.
Following a 39-minute rain delay, the first in a World Series game since 1993, Rodriguez tried to rain on Mussina's parade in the sixth.
The pitch. Pudge drives the ball hard, left field, toward the clock. It is going to be off the scoreboard at the clock. Pudge is digging for 2, and he'll make it, standing up with a double with 1 out in the 6th inning.
Then came Cabrera, and a play on which the Marlins might have pulled back just a bit.
Ball 1, no strikes to Cabrera. Here comes Mussina's pitch. Line drive, base hit to right field. Charged by Garcia. Butch Rodriguez is held and waved, and then he put the brakes on himself.
I play against a few of the guys over there in the other team, and they know, they seen my arm, they see what I can do when I throw the ball. And I think they just decided don't take a chance with me at that point.
But keeping Pudge at third proved disastrous to Florida when Derek Lee hit it to the worst possible place.
Mussina knocks it down. Rodriguez caught the rundown between third and home. Rodriguez tagged out.
That was a run-saving play by Mike Mussina.
After providing an assist on the Pudge play, Mussina got the third out by himself.
He's had tough luck in the postseason where we haven't scored runs for him. And we really didn't score any runs for him that game either. But he always keeps us in the game, and, you know, he's got a lot of pitches he can beat you with.
And matching Mussina pitch for pitch was Beckett. 8th inning, Jeter at the plate. Beckett had allowed just 2 hits, both to Derek.
I just marvel at Jeter. This is his month. I don't know when he was born, but he should have been born in October.
And another base hit. Jeter's on his way to second base. A 3-hit ball game, 3 for 4. And that's going to do it for Josh Beckett.
And Beckett leaves the mound. And the crowd rises to salute Beckett.
The inning was entrusted to Willis, who pitched so well in Game 1. But Willis created more trouble by walking Jason Giambi. And after a fly out to center moved Jeter to third, Willis had to deal with Matsui.
That one is going to be a base hit. Matsui's done it again.
So now the Yankees had the lead. And on came the best postseason closer in the history of the game, Mariano Rivera.
And that's vintage Rivera retiring the side on 6 pitches. Made it look almost ridiculously easy.
In the top of the 9th, Boston killer Aaron Boone faced former Red Sox pitcher Chad Box.
In the air to left field. Well hit. Back at the wall. Boone has homered. It's 3-1 Yankees here in the 9th inning.
Boone's homer put the Marlins in a deeper hole. 1 out later, Soriano walked, and Jeter got hit. Now, in the driving rain, Bernie Williams faced Braden Looper.
Williams hits into straightaway center field. Pierre back. The wall, a leap, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Williams. And that opens it up here in the 9th inning. It's 6-1. 19th career postseason home run for Bernie Williams.
Since 1996, the Yankees had won 20 World Series games, and Rivera had pitched in 16 of them. Make it 17.
Mariano Rivera, the best there's ever been late in games in postseason play. Swinging in a slow roll to second. Soriano in the field. It throws him out at first. The ball game is over. Mariano Rivera with another 2-inning save. And the New York Yankees break open a tight ball game late and win it 6-1. And they now lead this World Series 2-1.
As Game 4 approached, the Marlins remained surprisingly loose, for they needed this win, since in their history, the Yankees had never lost a series in which they'd led 3-1. Victory was mandatory.
Tonight here in Miami, Game 4 of the 2003 World Series in a must-win situation for the Marlins.
There is nobody here who believes that if the Marlins lose this game, they are going to come back against the Yankees and win.
Carl Pavano will be on the mound for the Marlins, and Roger Clemens pitching his final Major League Baseball game, and what a setting. Game 4 of the 2003 World Series.
We felt good going in 2-1. We knew there was going to be a lot of emotion with Roger. You know, he is human, he is a very emotional guy, and he certainly felt a great deal of responsibility.
Once we got to the World Series and I was named the Game 4 starter, I knew that was going to be my last official start. I was happy and I was sad about that. You know, I was happy that I know that that's going to be my last start. My body feels good. I was going to be able to answer the bell and get out there and do what I do. But I was going to be sad because it was my last start.
A young prospect from Texas made his first start in the state some 20 years ago. Turns out Roger Clemens was as good as advertised and has come full circle. Tonight in Florida, this will be the final start of his Hall of Fame career.
You know, you say all the right things coming to the ballpark, and you retrain yourself and you repeat it in your own mind how you're going to feel, and then you go out to warm up. And I started to reflect a little bit, and I tried to get my mind off that, but I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to really try and maintain my composure. Then you step on the main mound and you're focused, and you rear back for your first pitch, and the place lights up like a Christmas tree, and it just really threw me off.
So 2 groundouts with the bases empty. Here's Pudge Rodriguez, who has hit 3 home runs in his career against Roger Clemens.
And Roger's special night would start to sour when Pudge engaged him in a classic battle.
As far as Pudge's at bat, we faced each other a number of times in the American League, so we know each other.
The 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes, and a solid start for Clemens here so far.
But my stuff was good, and I knew it was good. It was just getting it in the strike zone and getting command of where I wanted to go.
So Rodriguez, on the 8th pitch of the battle with Clemens, gets the base hit.
That'll bring Miguel Cabrera to the plate with 2 outs.
It seemed like a mismatch, a 20-year-old against a 20-year veteran.
Cabrera is a youngster that came up from Double-A and did a remarkable job for us, and a lot of pitchers in this league try to intimidate him early.
Fastball right past the eyes of Cabrera.
I thought he wanted to intimidate me, but that is just his way, pitching inside to hitters, then working them outside.
Just trying to get him to chase a high fastball is all it was, and I think if I was sending a message, I think everybody in the ballpark and both benches would know if I was sending a message.
Sometimes people react different ways to a pitch that knocks you down or is up and in. Some guys get mad and overswing, some guys get timid.
And some react by hitting one out of the yard.
Near the wall, could it be? Oh, mercy! The kid wins!
The 20-year-old Miguel Cabrera in his first at-bat against the 41-year-old future Hall of Famer takes him deep to the opposite field.
Ron Cabrera, 2-0 Florida.
You know, he didn't back down to the challenge. Roger's very intimidating, and you could easily get caught up in that. That's been Miguel this whole season, and it was actually, you know, just Miguel being Miguel.
But the inning wasn't over yet. The Marlins had Clemens on the ropes and knew this would be the time to pounce.
If you're going to have any success against a very good pitcher, you better get him early, because a lot of times they're just sort of feeling their way through the game, trying to feel what they have as far as their stuff goes.
In our case, we had two trains of thought. Too much adrenaline would be flowing, that he wouldn't stay within himself, or he was going to have an outstanding performance.
Clemens took the first path, much to Florida's delight.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Kodai lines a single to left field. 3 straight hits for the Marlins.
The 4th consecutive hit for the Marlins.
First and third, 2 out.
I think we had like 4 straight hits before my bat. I was like, I don't want to end this inning right here, so I was really focused at a bat, and I thought it ended up being a big run for us.
Left side base hit, it's 3-0. 5 straight 2-out hits.
To be able to put together 5 hits against Roger in the first inning was huge for our confidence, obviously. And when you start giving up runs early in the game, especially in somebody else's park, you want to try and, you know, shut them down as quick as you can.
A long first inning, finally over for Roger Clemens.
With a 3-0 lead, Carl Pavano immediately got into trouble when he put 2 men on with nobody out for Posada.
Off Pavano. Castillo tries to recover, flips too late, and the bases are loaded.
The Yankees, who fell behind 3-0 in the first inning, with a great opportunity to come storming right back here.
I felt good coming out of the pen, you know. As momentum, I got those couple of runs, I was able to relax a little bit. That's always huge for a starting pitcher.
Struck him out. Swinging a fly ball to center. Pierre makes the catch. Heading home is Bernie Williams. He'll score.
Yankees are on the board, 3-1.
I just wanted to get us in the dugout as quick as possible so we could get some more runs, you know, gain some momentum off that as well.
And out of all of that, they got just 1 run against Pavano.
Now, Clemens sought redemption.
Roger Clemens is a Hall of Famer. There's no question about that. And you knew darn well you had to get him early, because if you didn't, he was going to be extremely tough, which he was.
Clemens comes right back. That's the veteran inning. Throws 8 pitches.
Roger Clemens survived the first inning. He has settled into a groove.
A guy like Roger Clemens can find his rhythm out there and pitch very well the rest of the way.
In fact, Clemens looked like a 6-time Cy Young winner the rest of the way, retiring 19 of his last 22 batters.
Rodriguez a chopper.
Over the glove of Clemens. Jeter got him!
Wow, what a play.
He pretty much dominated, and he even threw a hit in there for himself.
There's a base hit gives Roger Clemens his first World Series hit.
So, you know, it's typical of how he's been pitching. You know, he had the 1 bad inning, and, you know, he kept us in the game.
Well, they scored the 3 off Roger in the first inning, and they have not been able to put a scratch on him since that time.
My stuff started getting electric again. I was able to throw the ball where I wanted to, and then we had to start the comeback.
But Pavano had other plans. He already had 2 postseason wins this year and a 1.59 ERA. Now, against Clemens, he was pitching the game of his life.
Pitch for pitch, he matched him. That was one of the best performances we've had this postseason.
Pavano in October of 2003 has taken his game to a new level.
You know, we had a lot riding on that game, and it's a huge series, and we're in this to win this. So I think you got to let it all hang out now, because you never know if you're going to get this chance again.
Posada takes strike 3, strikeout number 3 for Pavano.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected what he did. He put us in a wonderful position to win.
That makes 8 in a row retired by Carl Pavano, who has only allowed 1 hit since the 3rd inning.
The 27-year-old Carl Pavano has turned in 7 outstanding innings. And Roger Clemens will head back to work. These fans sense it. For the first time since the first inning, the flash bulbs are popping. Clemens is due to lead off in the 8th inning, so he is throwing his final pitch.
And when I went out for the 7th, that was the furthest thing from my mind. I was thinking about getting the hitters out. Everything really didn't come back into what was happening until the crowd brought me to the moment. I think it was after I got 2 outs.
So Castillo could be the last hitter he ever faces in the major leagues.
You know, my 3rd to last pitch, I noticed some flashes going off. Poor Luis Castillo's up there with 2 strikes on him, and he's basically trying to hit a blinking baseball because the flash bulbs going off in the stadium made it look like a strobe light.
At first, I had a hard time figuring out what was going on, and then I realized everybody wanted that picture of Roger Clemens' last pitch, and then I actually got a couple of chills.
My second to last pitch, the place lit up even more with flashes, and it was 3-2, and then I threw another good fastball inside and got the strikeout.
Strike three call on the inside corner.
I realized that everybody else knew it, and they were pulling me into the moment.
Clemens' last major league start. You're watching.
And that will be the picture of Roger Clemens that I'll remember more than any.
But when he did strike out that last hitter, it was the way his career was supposed to end.
Roger Clemens, in his final pitch of his 20-year Hall of Fame career, he strikes out Luis Castillo, and he receives a standing ovation.
When I got to the dugout, I knew what everybody was thinking. They knew what I was thinking. I was trying to keep my composure. You're in the middle of a game, trying to win a World Series game.
And the fans are giving him a standing ovation now, almost as if they wanted to come out and take a bow.
To hear them stand up and get loud and give me the opportunity to go out there and tip my hat to all of them, and then to the Marlins.
And look at the Marlins, a classy move.
Pudge Rodriguez comes out. He points over to the Marlins dugout. Clemens doffs his cap, touches his heart, acknowledges all the Marlins players who are saluting him.
Beckett, who grew up idolizing Clemens.
I think the fans really took the lead. Once the fans captured the moment, you wanted to be a part of it and kind of show your respect to the player.
That's the ultimate, when you can tip your hat to your guys that you battle against and your peers.
You know, whether you like Roger Clemens, you root for him, or you root against him, you have to have respect for what he's been able to accomplish in this game, and they showed the utmost respect, giving him a standing ovation.
I can go back now and say I witnessed his last game, and that in itself was his thrill.
If you didn't get chills from that, you're not a baseball fan.
The walk from the dugout underneath the stadium to our clubhouse, that was really it. I mean, it hit me for a good 5 minutes. That's probably the highest point as far as my emotions went the entire evening. It was almost like if you have a deck of cards and you shuffle them from one hand to the next. My 20 years went right in front of my eyes pretty quick. And next thing you know, we're making a comeback.
That comeback would take place against Urbina, who began the ninth with a 3-1 lead.
Part of the order. 2-run lead, ninth inning of Game 4 of the World Series.
Well, I always say a team with their back against the wall is the most dangerous because they're going to fight for their lives.
Well, we never give up until you get the 27th out. And, we felt as though if you get a couple guys on, someone can come up with a big hit.
The tying runs are on for New York.
Now Mariano Rivera, the Yankees' great closer, has started to warm up.
And, that big hit for us came from Ruben Sierra.
The Marlins need one more strike to wrap it up. Here's the stretch.
Sierra's got a base hit into right field.
In to score is Williams.
Here comes DeLucci, and he'll score easily.
The Yankees have tied the game.
A triple by Ruben Sierra.
It's not a surprise, To beat this team, you have to score a lot of runs because we always come back.
One of the most dramatic hits in Yankees World Series history.
Then Jose Contreras shut the Marlins down in the bottom of the ninth.
And this game goes to extra innings.
Every play now seemed larger than life. In the 10th, the bullpens dominated, but 1 inning later, Florida faced a test.
Braden Looper is the man on the spot. Bases loaded, 1 out, tie game, top of the 11th inning.
Struck him out, 2 out.
Broken bat pop-up. Looper gets out of the mess, inning over.
Let's save a game for us. You expect them to score at least 1 out of that situation.
So the Yankees sent Jeff Weaver to the mound, and in the 11th, he retired the Marlins 1-2-3. 1 inning later, Weaver was back.
Here we are in the 12th inning. The last time a World Series game went more than 12 innings, one of the pitchers was named Babe Ruth.
Since the days of Ruth, the Yankees have made World Series heroics their trademark. Now it was the Marlins' turn.
They never quit. They understand that they have a job to do, and they go out there and play hard.
3-3 the score. The windup, the 3-2 pitch.
I saw the pitch coming in, and I saw him take the swing, and I saw the flight of the ball.
Down the left field line, baby!
It's hard to tell because it's got to go in that certain area in the wall right there, right down the line.
Down the left field line. That ball is trouble.
I was just hoping it was going to hook enough and get away from that high wall and stay high enough to get over the low wall.
It's just a matter of screaming at it to get up.
The first 5 steps, I say, get up, bro, get up. Please, get up.
Into the corner! A home run!
That thing goes over, you just breathe a huge sigh of relief and run out there to mob him.
The Marlins win!
And I was just so happy for Alex because he's been struggling a little bit at the plate, but he's such a big part of our team.
Alex
Alex Gonzalez has done it. His first home run of the postseason.
I mean, that's obviously the biggest hit of our year. I mean, that turned the whole series around. Just one swing in the bat, just like that.
And this World Series is all even again. 2 games apiece.
If you go down 3-1, it's a big-time uphill climb. But when you even it up 2-2, I think the momentum really changed in our favor.
We're going back to New York for sure. You know, you can't go home and say that we didn't beat the best because they're the Yankees.
I felt very bad for Weaver because he ended up, I guess, maybe sort of like the GOAT. But we had some chances earlier in the game that should have taken him off the hook.
You know how to feel. Hit a home run with my mom, my wife, my 2 kids, my old friends, Venezuela. It's too many feelings.
It was like you wanted to go in the clubhouse and champagne, but the series wasn't over. That's one of those games that's going to go down in the history books.
What a night of memories.
What a remarkable ball game.
Still recovering from a Marlins miracle. The hangover remains in the Miami South Beach area.
So far, we've seen an evenly matched series, and 3 of the 4 games that have been played have come right down to the bitter end.
Now being 2-2, I think it's really helped our confidence, and hopefully this is going to, springboard us.
To try and give his Yankees a lift, Torre decided to shake things up.
Joe Torre making a lineup change. Alfonso Soriano out of the lineup.
It just doesn't look like he has a good zone right now. It was just something I felt I needed to do with the way his at-bats were going.
An unexpected move, a late scratch in Jason Giambi. The left leg is bothering him. It's bothered him all season long, so therefore he's out of the lineup tonight.
In this Game 5, they're without 79 regular season home runs. 2 guys are on the bench.
I was definitely surprised your 2 biggest power hitters out of the lineup, so I thought that gave us a little bit of advantage.
David Wells brought his veteran experience to Game 5, and Brad Penny his blazing fastball.
Power fastball, power curveball. Look for that velocity to be way up there tonight.
Brad Penny ready to go to work against the New York Yankees, and we are ready for baseball.
Derek Jeter will try to get it going, a career .312 hitter in postseason baseball.
Here's Penny's pitch, and a ball softly lined over Luis Castillo out into right center. Another hit for Derek Jeter.
Enrique Wilson followed with a bunt base hit, and Derek Lee's off-target throw put runners on first and third for Bernie Williams.
And Bernie Williams hits a high pop fly right center. That should get a run in. Cabrera wants this, makes the catch. Here is Jeter tagging. He'll come on to score.
And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
But Penny toughened up.
Fastball, a check swing. And strike 3, says third base umpire Larry Young.
It was early. Brad did a great job keeping it to the 1 run rather than letting it turn into a big inning.
On the other side, it's David Wells. All sorts of postseason experience under his belt.
And in the bottom of the first, he also got some fine defense.
And Johnson's going to go, and he gets him fine play.
Jeter spins around, 1 hop throw to first, and it's pulled out by Johnson with a backhand grab.
But something else was grabbing at David's back in this 8-pitch inning.
3 ground balls and a 1-2-3 inning for David Wells here in the first.
I knew it wasn't going to last because just his body language was telling me that he wasn't very comfortable.
There were a couple of plays he had to move on, might have offset the back injuries that he's always had.
Torrey's talking to Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre immediately got on the phone, and they're going to start warm-up action now in the Yankee bullpen.
The Yankees are going to bring Jose Contreras into the game now.
That's a situation, you got to take advantage of it. You get the starter out of there in the first inning, especially a tough starter like David Wells. You got to take advantage of it in such a big game.
The Marlins did just that after Jose got the first 2 men out, for he then walked Mike Lowell and Derek Lee.
Contreras has been all over the place here in this second inning.
Up came Florida's brand new hero. And Alex came through once again.
Marlins have tied it up on a hit by Alex Gonzalez.
Now, with runners on second and third, the RBI opportunity was there for Penny, who was a pitcher with some pop.
He's a good contact hitter, and he's tough at the plate, and he's not intimidated by anybody. And, I was happy to see him at the plate, to be honest with you.
And here's Brad Penny. Line drive, base hit, right center. Derek Lee scores. Behind him, Alex Gonzalez in a 3-run second inning. Brad Penny knocks in a couple.
You talk about helping yourself.
It was nice, definitely. I mean, to get myself a lead and go out there with a 3-1 lead, I mean, that gave me a little room for error, and it was definitely a plus.
And they've gone wild here at Pro Players Stadium, and the Marlins have turned it around and lead 3-1.
Back on the mound, Penny was overpowering.
Wilson swings and bounces one to third. Lowell has it. Fires to Louie at second for one. On to first, double play.
Penny in charge right now in the ball game as the Yankees are not getting good swings against him.
He comes right at you. You know, he's another hard thrower they have, 97, 98 miles an hour, and he challenges you.
He's throwing some pretty serious heat right now.
His fastball has a little more movement, and his curveball is awfully sharp.
In the game through the lineup, I was throwing my breaking ball and my changeup early in the count for strikes, and that makes my fastball just a little bit better. So I knew when I was throwing my breaking stuff early in the count that I could have possibly a good day.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out.
The Marlins added more insurance in the fourth, thanks to Juan Pierre.
It's a double, and the Marlins lead it 4-1. JP delivers.
Then 2 more in the fifth.
Pop fly, shallow center, falling in a hurry. It's in there, base hit. Rodriguez scores. Here comes Conine. He scores. A 2-run bloop single by Lowell, and now it is 6-1 Florida.
New York threatened in the top of the 7th when the first 2 men reached base with no one out. But Penny got Boone to fly to right. He then faced Sierra, who was hoping to repeat his clutch performance in Game 4. Penny had other plans.
Fastball struck it out swinging. And he reached back and got a little extra on that one.
A 98-mile-an-hour heater.
Talk about reaching back for a little extra.
There's a couple times in the game where you really have to reach back, and that was one of them.
Penny did give up another run, but once again escaped with minimal damage.
Lifted in the air, softly right field. Playable for Cabrera coming in. He's got it. Brad Penny pumps his fist as he makes his way to the dugout. The Yankees leave him loaded.
And just like that, the threat has ended.
He's a power pitcher that had outstanding stuff that particular night and, really carried us through.
In the top of the 8th, Willis relieved Penny, who left the game with a blister. Soriano pinch hit.
Dontrell checks the runner, delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pumps his fist toward the ground and comes off the field, really pumped up.
I just wanted to go out there and prevent them from starting any of that Yankee magic.
Call it magic or simply a never-say-die spirit. The Yankees did wave their wand in the top of the 9th. Braden Looper was on in relief, and with 1 out, faced one dangerous pinch hitter in Jason Giambi.
Swung on and hit a long way to deep right center. Pierre going back, way back. That ball is gone.
A home run for Giambi here in the 9th, and it's a 6-3 game.
These Yankees just won't go away.
Jeter followed with a base hit, and Enrique Wilson sought to keep the rally alive.
Now a swing line right down the right field line. That's a fair ball. A double for Wilson. Jeter scores. 2 runs are in, and now it is 6-4 Florida.
Just never easy against this team.
That team has such a flair for the dramatic and come back in the 8th and 9th inning of games that I've seen so many times. You couldn't help but be a little worried with the tying run coming to the plate.
A big game hunter named Bernie Williams facing Urbina.
At the wall and caught. And that ball just stayed in the ballpark.
So I was kind of just tense looking at Juan Pierre, and then, when it kind of died down right at the track, it was like a big sigh of relief.
The magic, this night, belonged to Florida.
Hard hit. What a pick by Derek Lee. The Marlins win Game 5.
Well, this one, another heart stopper.
The Yankees' comeback effort falls short.
Kind of took a little pressure off us, put the pressure on them to win 2 in a row, and it was just a huge win for us.
And this series now shifts back to New York for Game 6.
Well, we're back where we we started, right here at Yankee Stadium. The Marlins roll in after winning 2 of 3 at home. They're up 3 games to 2.
But despite being just 1 game from the title, the Marlins were in Yankee Stadium, and that can be intimidating.
The New York Yankees bringing out all of their tradition, their history. They played the videotape. While the Marlins were taking batting practice, it was all about all of the mystique of the Yankees.
They ran one tape up there during batting practice that we were watching when they had Tito Martinez, Paul O'Neill. They had some studs. We kept looking at each other, and Pudge just screamed out, all we need is 1 game.
That game was put in the hands of Josh Beckett. An instinctive move by Trader Jack.
Jack McKeon decided to go with Josh Beckett on short rest.
We really didn't want to take it to a Game 7. I think Jack made it a point not to look that way, by starting Josh on 3 days rest.
So much has been said about Jack McKeon's decision to go with Josh Beckett.
I took a lot of criticism. How could you start this guy? I was concerned about winning the World Series. I wasn't going to sacrifice Game 6. So I'm going to shoot the best I got. And, I don't care what the media said or anybody else said. They want to criticize me, fine. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I'm going to win Game 6. I'm not playing for Game 7.
New York had no such controversy. Andy Pettitte was a big reason why the Yankees had won 7 straight series deciding games at home.
For the Yankees, they have the guy they want on the mound, Andy Pettitte.
Pettitte has been the Yankee stopper this year. He has won his last 11 starts in a row following a Yankee loss.
I just hoped he has good stuff. I knew he wasn't going to scare. I knew he was going to have his focus on. We were just keeping our fingers crossed.
So here we go.
This place is packed, Yankee Stadium.
There is much more electricity inside the building tonight.
This crowd knows it's a must-win. They're standing. We're in the first inning, second batter.
Fastball, strike 3 called.
Andy Pettitte making an early statement in this game.
He's unflappable. He's been in every situation. He's been there when we needed him to come up with a big win, especially in the postseason, and he's always seems to do the job for us.
But Andy's counterpart was on fire, and it soon became clear that on this night, no one could bend it like Beckett.
As a breaking ball has him frozen, knees buckling, 1 out.
If he gets the breaking ball over, you're dead.
Home plate's still 60 feet, 6 inches away. I just had to go out and execute pitches, and that was it. It doesn't matter who you're facing.
The Yankees love this situation. They have their hottest hitter up there with 2 men on.
This crowd is standing, and they are going bananas. Here comes the 2-2 from Beckett to Bernie.
Ground ball to second. Castillo out. Double play, and out of the inning is Josh Beckett.
They had some chances early, but he made the big pitch when he had to, and after that, he's pretty much lights out.
Beckett was a one-man wrecking crew. The Yankees had trouble making contact, but Pettitte kept pace and got the usual postseason highlight film play from Jeter.
Ground ball in the hole. Oh, cut off by Jeter. The long throw, and he got him at first base. A spectacular play by the captain.
This was World Series baseball at its best. A fall classic pitching clinic.
Andy is changing his speeds beautifully tonight. Power against power, and Beckett won that battle. Well, Andy's brought his A game tonight, and so too has Josh Beckett.
Making these Yankee hitters look bad as he goes through the lineup, going toe-to-toe. Josh Beckett and Andy Pettitte.
Anytime you're facing somebody like Andy Pettitte, you always think in the back of your mind, you got to hold them to 0 or 1 run so you can keep your team in the game.
It remained scoreless into the 5th, where Pettitte got 2 quick outs. But then, Game 4 hero Gonzalez lit a spark.
There's a swing and a bloop into shallow center field. That's going to fall in there for a base hit.
Gonzalez is on with a 2-out single.
Florida had scored 11 of its 15 runs in the series with 2 out. Why not make it 12?
Swung on in line, base hit. A late rally for the Marlins.
And now the Marlins ask Luis Castillo for a big 2-out hit.
Castillo was stuck in the worst of slumps, but now he battled Pettitte, taking the close ones, fouling off the rest. Was still another 2-out run on the Florida horizon?
Line drives a base hit into right. The throw home by Garcia to the plate. Safe, touching the plate and putting the Marlins on top is Gonzalez.
That is as good a slide as you will ever see.
When I see the ball coming off to the bat to a right field, I know
Karim Garcia got to go around. I run the best I could to the home plate. Posada leave the home plate open. He tried to tag me, and I put my hand down, and I touched the home plate.
On to the 6th, where this time, Florida didn't wait for 2 outs to get rolling. And they also got help from a most unlikely source.
First ball swinging on a curveball from Pettit. It's a ground ball to Jeter. He juggles it and then throws it away at first base.
So an error by Jeter,
His first in his last 27 World Series games.
and now the burden on Andy Pettit grows a lot larger.
And it's off the outside, ball 4.
An error, a walk, and the first 2 are on.
Now a bunt was in order, even with the batter slugger Derek Lee. And once again, in this most crucial of games, the Yankees made an error, a mental error.
Lee is bunting, and he drops it down to Pettit. And will go to second for 1. On to first, wide, and safe is Lee. And the runners end up at first and third with 1 out.
Why'd he go to second, not third? He had an easy play at third base.
If he had gone to third, he would have had the lead runner and have first and second 1 out. Now a fly ball, and the Marlins will take a 2-0 lead.
Give the Marlins a chance, and they'll play small ball to perfection.
Tagging at third is Conine. He will come on and slide in and score, and the Marlins are up 2-0 on a sac fly by Juan Encarnacion.
This was not supposed to happen. Not at Yankee Stadium.
The Ghosts have not yet made an appearance tonight. And some of these fans may be starting to count the outs.
Beckett was still in command as the game moved into the 8th. But Florida knew that the fabled Yankees' mystique was always lurking.
I've been in the American League for 6 years, and I know how difficult it is to win in that building. That team always seems to come back at the end and beat you in the 8th and 9th innings, so I felt like I was about to throw up. I was so nervous.
We're in the Bronx. We're in a place where these guys dominate. You're just going in there to play baseball. That's what you think you're doing, but you're going there, you're battling the ghosts, you're battling the fans of New York. I was telling myself, I don't think we can get it done.
Soriano leads off the bottom of the 8th. Beckett, he is lined like a bullet, base hit left field.
And now Yankee Stadium is going to rock.
Really, I thought we were going to be able to pull it out. The guys were battling, and I thought we were going to get to him, and I really thought we were going to win that game.
These are the moments throughout his career where Derek Jeter, the captain, has shown.
He's just a post-season guy that comes up large. The kid has ice water in his veins, and he loves the competition.
Jeter swings away, lifts a fly ball to center. Back is Pierre, several feet in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch.
But when Josh Beckett made a pitch and got him out, I said, this thing is not supposed to happen.
The score remained unchanged into the 9th. And the World Series was still in the hands of Beckett.
They have never finished first, yet they are 3 defensive outs away from their 2nd World Championship. Williams goes the opposite way, and it's Cabrera back to get it 1 out.
Josh Beckett is 2 outs away from putting his name in the book with one of the all-time great World Series clinching performances ever seen.
You can't stop and think about that stuff. You just take it like it's the 9th inning of another game.
There's a swing, there's a fly ball to left field. Cabrera drifting back on this one, reaches up just as he gets to the warning track, and he makes the catch on this one.
Now the Marlins are 1 out away. Coming into this game, there were no restrictions on Beckett. Jack McKeon saying he can go all 9.
No doubt in my mind that he was going 9 innings. Believe me, I was not going to take him out. The way he pitched, he deserved to go all the way and win it.
Jorge Posada, the last hope for the Yankees here in the 9th inning.
Slow chopper. Beckett may make the final play. Takes him out. The Marlins win. The Florida Marlins, the fish who swam upstream, are the world champions.
The Florida Marlins are the champions of the baseball world.
A historic performance by Josh Beckett.
It didn't take me very long to jump up and down. I was celebrating pretty much right after I tagged him.
Beckett and the Marlins are world champions.
It was a special moment. I don't know that I'll ever be in another situation like that.
When he made the final out and everybody run out in the field, I just said a prayer. Thank God for these guys.
Once he tagged him and put his arms up in the air, it was just total bedlam.
I just sprinted in, probably the fastest I ever stole a base or anything.
To be able to run from that bullpen all the way out there and to be able to win in Yankee Stadium where they had so much success, just kind of like storybook.
Just a great feeling. You can't really explain it. You know, you see all the guys jumping on, piling on each other, you know, throughout the other championships, but until you experience it, you can't really explain it.
World champs! Now I'm finally getting that ring, man. It's gonna be awesome.
I don't have words. I really don't have words. This is a great story, not only for baseball in Florida, but baseball everywhere.
This doesn't get any better than this.
These guys are the most emotional, energetic, fun guys I've ever played with, and to be able to celebrate something so monumental with them is the best time of my career.
It's been an incredible ride, really, when you think about it. It's the Florida Marlins who end up with the title.
We shot the world! We shot the world, man!
When I first saw my wife, I thought of hugging and kissing her. And she told me we're champions. And she thanked God for in our first year in the majors, we're world champions.
I made a promise with God. If we win, I'm gonna walk the bases with my son. When I get into home plate, I'm gonna kiss home plate in your honor. To be able to win in the World Series is something very special.
From the veteran leaders to the cool as ice kids, the Miracle Marlins had come together under the guidance of one man.
I've managed 14 years in the big leagues, and I have never had a group of guys like these players, and I don't think I ever will.
All the hard work, all the time in the cages, all the sacrifices for your family, and all the stuff you go through with the team all year long, it's all worth it.
Just looking back on the year, it's hard to believe that this all happened in a 7-8 month span.
I don't even think we were expected to get to the playoffs in the first place. Beating the reigning National League champs, coming back from the Cubs, and then beating the team that everyone thought was the best in the Yankees. I think it was 3 big accomplishments for us, and you know, we're at this point, and we deserve to enjoy it.
I'm so proud of them. I don't know what to say. Dreams do come true.
We shocked the world! We shocked the world! Everybody in South Florida gonna be happy this weekend because we can't wait to get back home to South Florida, baby.